Hi, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. We hope everyone's having a good weekend. And yeah, we're back for another stream. And this is obviously the knee jerk live reaction stream where we react to the current game week, which is game week 15. And we also look ahead to game week 16 as well. But we are going to speak about how we've done. Liverpool and Tottenham have just finished the game. It was a good game to watch for the neutral, I think. Liverpool did win 2-1. So we're going to discuss all of that and talk about all our points and how we've done in this game week so far. So without further ado, we will get started. But how you doing, Jordan? Everything good?
Yeah, everything's very good. Very exciting weekend of football. A lot to talk about, so
Yeah.
we will get right into it.
Yeah, guys, a lot to discuss. So please do drop a like on your way in and also smash the subscribe button if you're new and your first time viewing. So yeah, busy, crazy day of weekend of football. So let's bring up our teams and talk about how it all went down. So here is my team, guys. As you can see, um, let's break it down. So in goal, I did end up switching to Danny Ward in the deadline stream. If you guys watched, I was gonna play Guaita, but in the last minute I changed it to Ward, and I was very happy because Ward got the clean sheet again. I think that's 4 clean sheets in the last 5 games for Ward or something like that. And then obviously Guaita conceded today, so very happy to see Leicester get another clean sheet. Who saw that coming after the start Leicester had? I didn't see that personally, so very surprised. 1-0 win for Leicester against Everton. 2-0, sorry. 2-0 win for Leicester, which was good to see. And yeah, moving on to the back four now. This is where it gets pretty terrible for my team. Now let's start off with what happened. So let's start with Fabian Shaw. And if anyone knows, has watched the content regularly, they know I've been going without Trippier all season, and he's absolutely destroyed my ranks every single week. And it carries on again. So what happens is, I think Newcastle are 3-0 up, aren't they? Or 4-0
Yes.
up. And then Trippier gets subbed off, and obviously he goes off the pitch. And then Fabian Shaw in the last minute concedes, and then his clean sheet points are wiped. And then this what happens. I'm left with Fabian Shaw on a 2-pointer. And I know a lot of people own Trippier, and obviously Trippier gets another 12-point return out of nowhere. I mean, maybe not out of nowhere, but another 12-pointer, 3 bonus for him. And yeah, that's killed me for this week, not having Trippier again. Moving on to Trent Alexander-Arnold, who just had a game finished literally now against Spurs. Liverpool did win 2-1, but they did concede yet again. And what can I say about Liverpool's defense? It's just not there yet. It's not looking good. And me holding on to Trent, having that faith in Trent hasn't paid off at all. Trent's actually the main reason why I don't have Trippier, because I chose out of Trippier and Trent, and I went Trent, so it's completely backfired. And yeah, just a blank for Trent, and just not worked out that move. Moving on to a massive talking point, I think, for this week, we will speak about Cancelo, I think, and what happened in that game. So Cancelo gets sent off. He pulls the shirt back of was it Harry Wilson, I believe.
Yes.
And yeah, so Cancelo got sent off within 25 minutes, and that straight away just turns the game week upside down. And yeah, the red card ruined it as well. You know, I was hoping Cancelo, on paper, it looked like a good fixture for him and a clean sheet potentially. Now, if he doesn't get sent off, Man City probably keep the clean sheet. So very disappointing there from Cancelo. And Man City conceding as well. I didn't see that coming. But that's FPL sometimes. And yeah, very frustrating as a Cancelo owner. But we will get on to depth speaking about Man City when we come onto your team as well, Jordan. But also, I've got Gurhi in the back line. Not really much to talk about. Blank again. They did concede to West Ham. Ben Rama, I believe, scored. But they did win. But we will come on to what happened with Zaha as well, the troll. And then moving into the midfield 5, obviously Mitrovic is now on the bench. I did play Mitrovic, but Andreas is the auto sub, so he came on for me. And lucky days, I do get the Andreas points for once. If you take a look at the midfield, I do have Salah in there. Now, Salah actually had a really good game, personally. He did 2 goals. Now, the first goal was a really nice finish into the bottom corner, back to Salah looking confident again, and it was a great finish from Mo Salah. And then the second one, Dyer makes a terrible error, but Salah still does well to control it and then just dink it over Lloris very nicely. So I was very happy to see Salah get me the 15-point haul. The faith I've given this guy, and I've held on to Salah for so long. I didn't captain him, but I was still very happy that he did get the 2 goals, because Salah actually saved me from a red arrow this week. So I'm just happy that he did get the goal and the 15 points, which I'll take all day long. Moving on to De Bruyne, who I did bring in for a hit. And let's just say he hasn't paid off bringing in De Bruyne, because Zaha, who I took out for him, goes and gets an 11-point return. So straight away off the bat, that -4 hasn't paid off. De Bruyne only getting the 7 points for the assist. I think he won the penalty in the last minute of the game. So 7 points from De Bruyne. Not a great game from him. I know a lot of people captained De Bruyne, but I don't think he was at his best. I know Man City were down to 10 men, so that did affect them as well. Moving on to Andreas, who did get 6 points because he took the penalty and he did score. So obviously Mitrovic usually takes the penalties, doesn't he? So no Mitrovic. Sorry?
Very annoying.
Yeah, Mitrovic off the pitch. So Andreas takes, and then he is playing for me. And lucky I've got the auto sub on. So Andreas comes on and I'll take the 6 points happily. Moving on to the Arsenal boys, Saka and Martinelli. Arsenal did win in a 1-0 victory against Chelsea midday today. It's a pretty good game in parts. I think Arsenal deserved to win that game. I think Chelsea were pretty poor. So Saka does get the assist. He puts a corner in, and Gabriel gets the flick. He basically bundles it over, and happy to see Saka assist. And Martinelli only gets the 3 points because a clean sheet point, but other than that, he didn't get me no attacking return. So that's what I expected from Arsenal. Really, I didn't expect too much. I did think it will be a low scoring game, but happy that Saka got the assist, but could have been better. And then finally, for those that did watch the deadline stream, my punt on Alvarez, it paid off. Now, we know what happened in the deadline stream for those that did watch. I had Haaland, obviously. I transferred Haaland out, and I bought in Alvarez, and he goes and scores. And as soon as he scored, I was over the moon, because he went captain, gets me the 18 points. So I was very, very happy to see that pay off, really. I was kind of over the moon when that happened. He also got the 3 bonus points as well, Alvarez, which I was nice to see a punt paying off. I think his ownership's only 1.8%, so a very nice differential return for me. And obviously annoying to see him get subbed off for in the later stage. I think he got subbed off after about 63 minutes he played for. So maybe he could have got something else if he stayed on for a bit longer. But Haaland comes on and we know what he does. So happy to see Alvarez get me a return this week. And that is my team, guys. And on the bench, very quickly, I've got to discuss my bench because I have quite a few points on there. So Guaita got me 2 points. Mitrovic doesn't play. Doherty actually did get me 1 point. He came on very late on in that Liverpool game. And the main man we got to chat about is Greenwood on my bench somehow gets 9 points. And he comes on, plays. I believe he played about, how many minutes did he play? 30 minutes, 36 minutes. He gets a goal, gets an assist, and the 1 bonus point. So, unfortunately, I didn't play Greenwood, but, one on my bench getting some points. So, all in all, obviously, I did take a -4. I took a hit. I took the hit for De Bruyne and Alvarez in for Zaha and Haaland. Now, the hit didn't pay off, if I'm honest, because I would have been better off keeping Zaha. But all in all, I did get a green arrow. It was a small green arrow, only of about 100k, I think. So 64 points total, -4. So I ended up with 60 points total. And my rank is currently just around a 1.3 million mark. 1,300,000 is where I'm at with the rank. Green arrow for me. It was a red arrow. before Liverpool played. So Salah did kind of save me from bringing in a red arrow. And if you look at my team, we know where the main one that I don't have, everyone has him, is Trippier. And not having Trippier for the last, I'd say, the last 15 game weeks, it's just not worked at all. Now I mentioned on the wild card, I did go wild card game week 9 instead of game week 8, and I kind of regret doing that because that made me have Trent, and that's probably the biggest disappointment for me so far this season. Going Trent over Trippier, it's not worked at all. But other than that, green arrow after a few red arrows, it's nice to see me get a green arrow, and the other positives for my team, I think Alvarez getting that 18 pointer as a differential, was very happy to see that. And yeah, that is it, guys. That's my team. Let me know how you guys did in the comments as well. And also, if you have just joined, drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll get into it in your team, Jordan, because obviously that's my team out the way. And we want to see how you done for game week 15. But before we move on to your team, I want to just read a few comments out and then we'll move on to your team. Got Miles here. I can't believe I got 44 points plus a minus 16 and a Cancelo minus 2. Ouch. Minus 16. Did you take a minus 16 hit for transfers? Let us know. Kimchi, welcome to the chat. Ara, welcome. Hope you're doing well. Mohammed, guys, remember Salah to KDB being a luxury transfer? I know, right?
Yeah, that's bit a lot of people in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I think I wouldn't have done the move because I think KDB was the better pick this week on paper. KDB at Fulham at home, where Salah's got away to Tottenham, but Salah goes and gets a 15-point return and makes us eat our words. But I've backed Salah this season. To be fair, I've held it onto him, even though I probably did want to get rid of him at times. But it's nice to get rewarded a bit, having the patience and the faith in Salah. Kawanda, good evening, lads. 78 points thanks to Salah captain. I also own Trippier. A shout out to Kawanda for going Salah captain. I don't think many would have went there before game week 15, but yeah, fair play. Nice score. Do you want to take this one, Jordan?
Yeah. Alex says, would you go Jesus to Kane or Grealish to Madison /Foden/Son? Well, just for one thing, Son, I think, is undergoing surgery on his eye because he has a broken eye socket, so I don't think it would be an option. And I'll probably go for Kane in terms of the options for the first bit of the question. Grealish's minutes are very variable. It's not really clear when Pep decides to start Grealish. So I would be more confident with Kane, especially scoring as well tonight against Liverpool. He seems to be scoring at least one goal every game week, it seems now. So I'd be more swayed to go from Jesus to Kane in that respect.
Yeah.
The second part of the question, I would probably say, I'll probably say not the second one. I'll probably go with the first part of your question, the Jesus to Kane move. I prefer that more than the Grealish to Madison /Foden or Son because I just prefer Harry Kane.
Yeah. And Kane's also got a very nice fixture in game week 16 against Leeds at home. So Leeds do still concede quite a few goals. So Harry Kane could be a nice pick in the last game week before the World Cup. Cancelo doesn't really matter when everyone has him, though. Yeah, I guess that's also fair. But it's just getting the minus 2 points. It doesn't. It never looks good. But yeah, he's very highly owned, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm transfer KDB and Alvarez with you, but unfortunately I can't change my captain because website and app crashed, and I luckily get 70 plus points. I mean, you still outscored me, even though who did you captain? Let us know. But yeah, 70 plus points, still should have got a green arrow. So as long as you got a green arrow, I guess. But obviously it could have been better. FPL Penguin, thank you for joining the stream. Shout out to him. 600 subs, congrats. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't subbed, just take a moment and please do press the subscribe button and drop a like on the video as well if you can. Hi Haas, I made the same moves. What's your plan with Haaland next week? Very, very good question, and I'm going to come on to that after with when we come on to game week 16 plans. Let's get rid of I'm going to get past all the comments, and then we're going to come on to Jordan's team, and I'll talk about game week 16 after this. Hi lads, 6 red arrows in a row for me now. 294k to outside 500k. Oof.
Yeah, it's been a tough road, Brian. I think for a lot of us with these red arrows and difficult game weeks that we've had. This game week, for example, a lot of away fixtures, and it was expected this game week wasn't going to be like the best one, but I'm pretty sure game week 16 will be a green arrow for everyone.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully. I mean, we've had a few red arrows ourselves, so it's been an interesting season. So, you know, I got a green arrow, but it's only a small one. My rank's I'm still outside the top 1 million. And I think this time last year, my rank was around, I was in the top 20k. So complete U-turn in ranks compared to last season, but it is what it is. We just got to carry on trying to make good decisions. And hopefully by game week 38, we could land at a decent rank, but we'll see. Maybe top 10k is out of sight by now, but yeah, let's try and get into that top 1 mil for now. Yeah, Miles said he did take a minus 16 in transfers.
Wow.
Why'd you take a minus 16? Let us know who you brought in though.
Yeah.
Kimchi, 60 plus bonus points, decent week. Only my captaincy I forgot to change from Wilson to Salah. Yeah, Wilson was a frustrating one as well. He went off at half time, I think, with another injury.
Yeah.
Which, Jordan, you were actually worried about that, weren't you?
I was worried about that precautionary injury, I think, for Wilson, and I think that has caught up with him. The injuries, obviously, from playing, but yeah, that was a concern.
He's such a good player, but he's always prone to getting an injury, isn't he?
Yeah, that's the problem with Wilson. If he wasn't injury prone, he would be probably one of the best forwards at the moment to go for, because Newcastle are on a madness at the moment.
Unfortunately for me, like having no Newcastle players, other than Fabian Schär, obviously we'll talk about Almiron, we'll talk about this guy, like what he's doing right now is unbelievable. But yeah, we'll get into that. Showing, hi guys, is Foden a sell? He could be, honestly, at this moment in time. 3 benchings in a row, isn't it?
Yeah, 3 benches in a row now for.
I feel for the Foden owners that still have him. But yeah, he's got a good fixture coming up against Brentford, but will he play? Probably not. I'd get rid of him at this rate. I'd be annoyed and just panic sell him or rage sell him. If Grealish doesn't start, do I take a -4 to get him out then? It's the problem with players like Foden and Grealish. Are they going to start? We don't even know what Pep's going to do, because we assume Haaland's going to come back into the fold. Foden should start in theory. If you think about it logically, he should play, but who knows? I mean, I'll say let's wait till team news. Hopefully we get some early team news, because I think Man City are the early fixture again next week. But Grealish, I never liked Grealish as a pick personally. I just don't think he's involved in the goals and assists. I think he's had a few good moments in games, but the numbers aren't there really for Grealish.
No, not really.
So what's your take?
Yeah, I mean, one of the qualities for Grealish, I'd say, when he plays is he does allow players to foul him, and obviously he gives people free kicks, and obviously he is the most fouled player in the Premier League. Like he manages to get fouls easily just from players just taking him out. But
yeah,
other than that, that's only the real benefit, I think, for Grealish, is just getting set pieces and whatnot for Man City.
All right, we are going to read a few more of your comments out, guys. But before we do, obviously that's my team out of the way. 60 points for me with the hit, and up to 1.3 million with a green arrow. Small green arrow, but it is a green arrow nonetheless. Time for you to show your team now, actually, Jordan, because we've gone on for 20 minutes. We need to bring your team up. So let's bring up your team. Talk us through how you've done in game week 15. And yeah.
Okay, let's start off with the goalkeeper. So I had Raya as the goalkeeper this week against Nottingham Forest. It did end in a 1-1 draw, so Raya didn't keep a clean sheet against Nottingham Forest. A bit of a shame because Brentford weren't really that great in that game. Really, they should have really lost to Nottingham Forest the way that the game was sort of siding towards them. But I guess away fixtures it is a bit like that. It is more difficult than a home one, and it's well played by Nottingham Forest in that game, clenching that vital 1 point as they are in a relegation battle. But yeah, 2 points for Raya, and yeah, not much else to say on that. So we will move on to the defence. Not really much from it, but we'll start off with the cliche of Trippier. Yet again, from his other double haul of 11 points last week, this time he manages to boost it up to 12 points. So an extra point for Trippier this week in his double haul.
I
With
can't believe I still don't have Trippier. But
he
yeah,
is very highly owned now. He's like basically the Trent of this season at the moment. The way he is giving points out to FPL managers, it is killing people like who don't have Trippier. And he is highly owned, starting from 5 million defender, almost up to 6 million now. He is the best defender to go for if you don't have him already. But yeah, he was incredible in that game. The pass to Willock to assist him in that goal was quality. It was an amazing pass.
sorry, Nana.
Yeah.
I'll just putting this up. Go ahead.
Obviously got the bonus free, the clean sheet because he came off when Newcastle were winning 3-0, and it was definitely job done. So Eddie Howe decided to take off the vital players and get them ready for the next game against Chelsea. So yeah, all in all, from Trippier, a fantastic result from him again. Next we have Anderson, who Crystal Palace did lose 2-1 to West Ham, and obviously that led to Anderson only getting 2 points, so no clean sheet for Anderson. Moving on to Cancelo, obviously we've spoken about this, but his red card. Fortunately, it wasn't for violent conduct, so it is only a slight ban for him. So
Yeah,
fortunately,
one
he
match
will,
in it.
yeah, 1 match ban. Fortunately for Cancelo, it's not all bad, I guess, but we, as mentioned in the chat, we mostly all own Cancelo. Moving on to the final defender now, we have Nico Williams, who does come on for Mitrovic, who I originally had in my team, but because Mitrovic had an ankle injury and did not even feature in that game against Man City, Nico Williams will come on for me and gets the 1 point. So I guess every point counts, I guess. But yeah, that is pretty much how my defense has gone. Only Trippier really benefiting from it. So we will move on to the congested 5-player midfield. So we'll start off with Wilfried Zaha, who got the double haul of 12 points. This was quite a surprise because he did score early in the game, but in the last few minutes, he also got an assist from a Crystal Palace goal, which won them the game against West Ham. And this was very very strange, but very fortunate as well, because he was on to get 7 points in this game with no bonus points. But with that assist, it puts him up the top of that and he gets the bonus 3 with a goal and assist behind him. So I did say to people, do not get rid of Zaha because he is that
Yeah, you did
player
say that.
he is the player that will reward you if you hold on to him. And obviously, he has with 12 points there.
Yeah, for me, Zaha is an interesting player, but I want to talk about that later.
Yeah. Moving on to the 2 Arsenal attackers, Martinelli and Saka. So Martinelli only got the 3 points, obviously, from the clean sheet point he got in that game against Chelsea. And Saka got the assist on the only goal scored in that game, which led to Arsenal winning 1-0. So I'm quite glad at least one Arsenal attacker got something out of that game and not both of them blanking, I guess. But it was Chelsea after all, and I didn't expect much from that game, especially as a tight fixture for both sides. But it was nice to see Saka with an assist nonetheless. Moving on to the surprise of this game week, because normally we say last season Salah always saves the game week. Well, he's done it this season, which we never really expected him to, the way Liverpool have been, and managed to award me with 15 points, which is another double haul with 2 goals and a bonus 3. It was kind of unfortunate that he wasn't a captain this week because he would have got 30 points, but it's nice that I kept him in my team because I would have lost out on those.
You wanted to get rid of him.
Yeah, if I
Ah,
would have got rid of him if Haaland wasn't expected to, well,
yeah.
obviously not to play. If he was expected to play, I was going to get him out for Bowen. So Haaland being injured, or well, obviously not starting in that Man City game, made me side towards keeping Salah. So in a way, that's quite fortunate and lucky at the same time. But yeah, 50 points of Salah is a very good return from him, despite his previous performance. And finally, we move on to my captain pick, who was Jared Bowen this week, which did not pay off at all. He did blank in that game where West Ham lost 2-1 to Crystal Palace. A bit of an unfortunate game for Bowen, but I kind of thought with the home fixture West Ham had and Bowen's chances that he's had previously in games, I thought he would at least get something from that, but he managed not to. So I will hold on to him though, nonetheless. He probably won't be my captain pick again for the game week 16, but I'll keep him in for the last game week, obviously.
Mm.
And finally, only my one forward up front, and that was partly my second transfer, other than Bowen, I brought in for game week 15, which is Darwin Núñez, who did assist one of Salah's goals in that game, which was a delight to see because it did pay off kind of the -4, I guess, for bringing Darwin Núñez in for getting the 7 points and I think a bonus 2 on top of that as well. So it was a nice return from Darwin Núñez and a great punt to go on. And I'm looking forward to him playing in the next fixture against Southampton, I believe.
Yep.
So that is basically my starting 11, how it went this game week. And I'll just briefly go through my bench, which is looking like a disaster at the moment. It's like a
Traffic light.
Yeah, it's literally almost like a traffic light. But we got Ward, who did get a clean sheet again. Leicester winning 2-0. He was the only really goalkeeper that really got a clean sheet with 6 points. Mitrovic was spoken about. Obviously, he had an ankle injury, so he didn't play in the Man City game. Tony was suspended, so he didn't play in the Nottingham Forest game. And Fofana is injured, so he didn't feature in the Arsenal game. So overall, it is a small green arrow of 30k. So I did go up from 1,050,000 up to 1,088,000. So not really moved in terms of rank, but it is still green arrow nonetheless because I never thought it was going to be that way when Haaland did score and KDB got the assist. It did look very much drastic than that. But my total points this week is 61, but I did take a -4, so that is 57 points altogether. And that is basically my summary of how game week 15 went for me.
Yeah, okay. 57 points all out, including the hit. So green arrow, small green arrow for you as well. So can't really complain too much, I guess, because green arrow better than a red. As we have been getting quite a few red arrows, it feels like in recent weeks.
Yeah.
But yeah, we will read a few more of your comments out that we've missed. Nanjay, hey guys, welcome to the stream, Nanjay. Mitrovic, my captain, and Martinelli, my vice captain. Ouch. Nanjay, 55 all out. I don't know if that will be enough for a green arrow, about for 5 bonus points to come. What, does anyone know the safety score? Or around, I mean, it should. It's been quite a high scoring week, I feel like. So maybe, I don't know. Chief says, I had a green arrow before Liverpool game, then Salah destroys my rank. There you go. Yeah. I think he did quite to a few people. Kimchi, thoughts about Maddison? He seems to come live again. Yeah, Maddison again scores.
2 assists for Maddison, which is nice. I think he got a 11 pointer.
He didn't score, did he? Was it just the 2 assists?
Yeah, he assisted 2 of the goals for Leicester with I think he got the bonus 2 as well on top of that. So it was a nice double haul from Maddison.
Sorry, he got the assist for Barnes late on. He didn't score. You're right. What do you think of Maddison anyway? Because obviously we all had him in our team, but
yeah, I mean, I would have kept him in if he didn't get that suspension for getting 4 yellow cards. I mean, because of that, I think that's a lot of people did get put off by Maddison, and obviously we transferred him out. But I don't know whether I would have him still from now, but It's a good return nonetheless.
Yeah, it's true. Also, Chief with a comment, 24 watching and 6 likes. Come on, guys, like the stream. Yeah, guys, there's about 30 of you in here. Not enough likes. So if you can, the watchers to the likers ratio, can we get it up there? So if you can, please do drop a like. It helps us out a lot. We don't ask for much, but apart from your likes. So like the video and also subscribe if you are new. We're just hit past 600 subscribers. So like it, share it on your Twitter, share it on your Instagram, wherever you guys use. We're trying to get us out there. I missed a few other comments. Personally, keep Foden as I took him out when the lineups got released. But after that performance, there's no way Pep starts Grealish. Yeah, you could hold him. I bought in Cancelo, Zaha, KDB, Wilson, and with one free transfer was Eze. That's a mini wild card right there. How do you have bonus points on Zaha and Trippier, but I don't have the bonus points? What do you mean?
If you mean by the graphics on the screen, these graphics were edited by ourselves, so that's why we have the bonus points on these players, because we designed it.
Oh yeah, obviously the FPL app is slow to update. It takes usually a few hours, so it should update by tonight. But obviously we've made our own graphics, so that's why it's on there like that. Buzzing, I captain Salah.
Ooh,
well done.
You kept the faith.
Yep. Colm, Cancelo misses the Carabao match midweek and is back for Gameweek 16. Yep, this is it looks like that's what's happening. David with the same comment. Cancelo is suspended for the midweek game in the Carabao Cup because it wasn't violent conduct. So if it was a violent conduct, it would have been 3-match ban. But because it wasn't, apparently it's only a 1-game ban. So he should be back for Gameweek 16 in the fixture against Brentford, which is probably another good game for him. So I would personally hold on to Cancelo. I know a lot of people have panic sold or maybe rage sold him already. I think some people have already sold Cancelo. But yeah, he is definitely a hold. Simi Sunshine says he had Cancelo as captain. Yeah, I've seen a few people with Cancelo captain.
Yeah, I think he was a popular captain for a defender this week.
Yeah, a few people in my mini league as well had Cancelo captain for the -4, which that's just unlucky, I guess. Does anyone know the safety score around 700k? Nope. You'll have to use livefpl.net. Trippier saved my game week. I had him captain.
Oh, nice, Nanjay. Very nice. I thought about this in the deadline stream, Trippier being a good captain, but because of that issue of the app crashing, website crashing, it was just a panic of madness. So, but yeah, Trippier captain. That's very good, Nanjay. Well done.
Yeah, paid off for sure. Was it 24 pointer if you went Trippier? It's fair play. So yeah, that is off game week 15 scores out the way, guys. 2 green arrows for both of us, green arrow each, and still not in the top 1 million yet. I mean, my rank's 1.3 million, and Jordan's just inside the 1, nearly out of it, but 1 million as well. So let's now talk about game week 16 as well, quickly, and discuss early thoughts and early plans for game week 16 and the way we're lining up, because I think there's quite a bit to discuss. So I'll bring up my team first. Let me just bear with me for a sec, guys, while I bring up my screen. So yeah, can you see? Is that fine? Yeah. So let's talk for game week 16. So in goal, I'm gonna play Guaita this week, I think, who's got Nottingham Forest away, which is quite a nice fixture for Palace. So I'll play Guaita. Currently, I've got a back 3 of Fabian Schär. Why is Cancelo on my bench? Play Cancelo for Andreas, probably. Even though Man United, I'd rather play him, For now, I'll just leave it like this, I think. So I've got back 4 of Fabian Schär against Chelsea, Trent against Southampton, Guehi against Nottingham Forest, and Cancelo against Brentford. Midfield 4, I've got Martinelli against Wolves, De Bruyne against Brentford, Salah against Southampton, Saka against Wolves. I'll just make Salah my captain very quickly. And then up front, I've got Alvarez and Mitrovic, who probably won't play next week. So I'm in a bit of a pickle now as well. regards what I do with my team, because Alvarez, as good as he was as a game week 15 punt, which paid off, it's unlikely he'll start again because Haaland's now, fully fit. We expect Haaland to play, so I'll have to take care of that. And whatever I do with that, do I get Haaland back is a question. But that will mean I'll have to take another -4 this week, which I don't really want to take. I could captain Salah against Southampton, but I am worried about going without Haaland potentially. So, yeah, that is my team, guys. And on the bench, I've got Andreas, Doherty, Greenwood. It's not looking good in that sense as well. So, I've got 1 free transfer as well, and I've got 2.6 million in the bank. So, what would you think my team, Jordan? Obviously, I've got to take care of Mitrovic probably as well.
Yeah,
if he doesn't play.
Yeah, because it doesn't look good for Mitrovic from his ankle injury. That he kind of sustained last game. It kind of looked like he fell badly on his leg, and that obviously led to him obviously not featuring the Man City game, which was a worry when I saw that in the last game. And I was kind of worried that he wouldn't play. But yeah, it doesn't look like he would play against Man United at home, I imagine, in that scenario. So he would be the focus of transfer.
So yeah, looking at my team, the problem I have is I need to take a -4 again, pretty much, because Alvarez and Mitrovic, they both won't play. I don't think Mitrovic might. I'll have to see on news. So obviously, I'm going to leave the transfers as late as possible again. I'm just looking at when the deadline is for next week. So it's an 11 a.m. deadline on Saturday. So we'll be streaming at 9:30, guys, on Saturday. Just letting you guys know, it'll be an early stream. But at this moment in time, what am I thinking? Let's see. So if I go on transfers, I can't even get. Actually, I've just realized I've got triple City, haven't I? So transfers, I could do Alvarez out. I can't even get to. Can I get to Haaland somehow? That leaves me with 3.5. I can't even do it really like that. I'll have to take one of Salah or De Bruyne out. Because if I take Mitrovic out, he leaves me with no funds basically. So got a lot of thinking to do what I do with my team. I could potentially get Nunes in as well.
I think he's 8.9.
Yeah, but I'll have to downgrade Mitrovic as well. So I'll take a -4 to take both my strikers out. I can get Nunes, I'm pretty sure. On Liverpool, bring in Darwin. Where is he? No, not Firmino. Darwin comes in. Who else would I go for though? I've got 6.6 million. I could do like Solanke or something like that, because he's cheap.
I mean, you could go for Edouard.
Oh yeah, another one I could. But who's Solanke got in game week? He's got Everton at home, which might be a decent fixture for him. I don't know. But I've not really. I might be going without Haaland, guys, because of that Mitrovic injury. Because if Mitrovic starts, let's say, for example, Mitrovic does play, I could just take out De Bruyne and then do Haaland in here. It requires Mitrovic to play. Well, I'll have 10 playing players, I think. And then that leaves me with 9 million in midfield. I need Mitrovic to basically be fit, because I could just play Andreas against Man United, which I'm not actually against playing Andreas against Man United. Man United was struggling today. Who would I get in midfield there for 9 mil? Ashford, anyone?
Zaha.
Yeah, I could get Zaha back actually, even though I just took a -4 to take him out.
With Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Looks like a good fixture.
Yeah, then get him back in. That leaves me with Haaland captain option as well. So that is. We'll have to discuss in terms of my team selection video. I will let you know my transfer plans, but I'll have to decide what to do with Mitrovic, and I don't think. I don't really know what I'm gonna do, because I could downgrade Trent or Cancelo. I'm probably Trent. I'd want Cancelo. Trent is an interesting one. He's got Southampton at home, which could be a good fixture for him. But the way they're playing right now, Liverpool, I don't even expect them to keep a clean sheet in that game. But you never know. It looks like the move I want to make is Haaland in. I think I want Haaland as my captain next week. So that's the plan. But whether I go there will depend on Mitrovic playing against Man United. Do you think he'll play against Man United, by the way? Or what's Marco Silva said?
Personally, before any injury news comes out from Mitrovic, I don't think he will play against Man
play?
United at home. No, I don't think so. I think they won't chance it.
Yeah,
the
before the
last
World
week.
Cup as well.
Yeah, because Serbia will be out Mitrovic if his injury relapses, if he does manage to be fit enough to play against Man United at home. So I think it'll be a precautionary, and they'll just rest him, I imagine.
Oh, well, we'll wait and see for team news. But that is the plan, guys, to get Haaland back for Alvarez, and then downgrade elsewhere to get the money to basically spend on Haaland. But yeah, let's talk about your team quickly, Jordan, in game week 16 plans. Let's bring up your team, how you're looking, and what your early transfer plans and thoughts are.
Okay, so here is how my team looks like. So we got Raya in goal. We got Man City away. Obviously he will not be my goalkeeper because I don't like him against Man City the way Brentford
Play
is.
Ward.
So, yeah, I'll play the first time ever. I'm playing Ward, so who has West Ham away, and we'll line up with the classic back three of Cancelo, who's got Brentford home, Anderson's got Nottingham Forest away, and Trippier, who's got Chelsea at home. In the midfield, we got Bowen, who's got Leicester at home. He will not be my captain this week. The captain will be on Salah, and the vice captain will be on Zaha. But yeah, we've got Bowen, who's got Leicester at home. We've got Saka, who's got Wolves away, and same with Martinelli. Zaha's got Nottingham Forest away, good fixture. And Salah's got Southampton at home, which I've got the captain seat over him for now. And Darwin Núñez has got Southampton at home. And obviously Mitrovic, who is flagged at the moment. So let's say Mitrovic doesn't play, I'm just going to switch Tony with him, as Tony will be back from his one-match suspension. He has got Man City away, but I'll be confident that he actually does start in that game rather than Mitrovic, who maybe not. But I will put him on the first bench just in case anything changes in terms of my starting 11. If one of them doesn't play, then maybe Mitrovic will come on. On the bench, obviously, Raya's got Man City away. Mitrovic flagged. He's got Man United at home. Nico Williams got Crystal Palace at home. Fofana's injured, so he won't play against Newcastle away. So that is how my team is starting to look like in game week 16 of the last bit of football before the World Cup.
What's your transfer plans?
Yeah, I'll just go quickly through my transfer plans. Now I've got one free transfer this week, and I got 1.3 in the bank. So transfer plans wise, the only real issue is, I'll say probably Mitrovic, depending on how severe his injury is and what kind of condition he's in. He probably is the priority. Otherwise, I would say if Tony is, because he has got Man City away, and I don't expect Tony to do well in that game. So I think either Mitrovic or Tony would be a transfer issue. But let's say if Mitrovic is fine, I'll transfer Tony out, and for 1 week punt, as it is the last week, I've got 8.6 in the bank. I mean, I could go for...
Could go Jesus.
Yeah,
the yellow wouldn't even matter. Last game.
Yeah, that's true. He has got Wolves away. Could go Jesus. Wilson's obviously flagged, so it won't be going him. Let's check Edouard. Oh, Edouard is flagged as well. So
Kane is the one you could go for, but obviously the money is tough to do it. You'll have to take a -4. Would you take a -4 to get Kane in? Can you get Kane in?
No, I wouldn't take a -4 to get Kane in, I don't think.
Nice fixture against Leeds.
Yes, it is a nice fixture for Kane, but because I've just taken a -4, I don't think I want to take another one for another forward to bring in.
Fair enough.
But yeah, I'll probably say the transfer I'd probably make for Tony if Mitrovic is okay would be maybe Jesus. I guess he's on for yellow cards, but it's the last game week, so it won't matter if he gets yellow card in this game, and I'll be triple Arsenal attack against Wolves in that case. So
Yeah.
at this point, at time, that's probably my transfer moves that I'll probably make, but obviously that might change come
Yeah, of
as
course.
the week goes on. But that is what it's looking like.
Okay, fair enough. That's just a very quick roundup of our transfer plans. Obviously, they will change, and we'll talk about our transfers in depth in the team selection video in game week. Sorry, in game week on Thursday. We will release that video for you guys. Also, just a quick update: our team selection videos and our transfer tips videos will be pre-recorded in the next couple of videos. Just trying something new out, so it will be out earlier than the usual 7 p.m. stream. Any questions I've left out? Where do you stand on the deadline? 3 hours before the first match, or when the first match kicks off? Yeah, this is an interesting one because it's been a debate because of the app crashes, etc. Where would you have the deadline? I don't think if we did move the deadline, I still think there'd be an issue with the app crashes.
Yeah,
do you not think?
it will still be the same issue. It'll just be at a different time of the issue, so it wouldn't really fix the problem. The problem is the
servers,
the traffic of everyone doing the same thing at once. The website and the app itself can't handle the volume of people. That's just a technical issue that needs to be sorted out rather than a change in schedule.
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite fine with where the deadline's at currently, like an hour or so before kickoff. But I do understand that some other people, if the FPL is now a global game where people are playing across the world, and sometimes it's hard for people to do the transfers. So, like for example, if you live elsewhere, not in the UK, then it could be a bit tough. You can downgrade Trent or Cancelo. I think I read this one. Feist at Leicester could be a good swap for Trent. I think it's only 4.5. Yeah, potentially. Elika, thanks to you guys, I bought in Alvarez in the last minute. Yeah, another Alvarez owner. Yeah, fair play. Paid off. But the worry is now, what do we do with Alvarez for game week 16? He probably won't start. So that's another transfer you have to take him out. I have Pope, Zuma, Cancelo, Trippier, Saliba, KDB, Martinelli, Trossard, Zaha, Saka, Haaland. My bench is Kepa, Wilson, Williams, and Broya. Looks pretty decent, I'd say. Should be decently lined up for next week. Game week 16, last week before the World Cup, guys, as well.
Yeah, we can go all out.
I think this was a comment in relation to your team, Jordan. You got no Man City attack, very risky. So you got no Man City attacking players in your potentially for 16.
Yes, this is what I had in game week 15 in terms of no Man City attack, and I was quite unfortunate about this because it looked good not having Man City attack when Cancelo got obviously sent off, because being 10 men down, Man City sort of struggled a bit. Obviously they held possession, but they still struggled to.
But they won't be down to 10 men every week. If they had 11 in that pitch, they probably go win 3-4-0.
Oh yeah, that's the scenario that sort of happened in game week 15. If it wasn't for that penalty that Man City got, that means KDB was a blank and Haaland would have been a blank. So going forward, if that never happened in that scenario where Man City got that penalty, it would be a blank from Man City attackers. So I just have to be fortunate in game week 16 that
it is risky.
Yeah,
I think
it's risky, but I can't really do much about it without taking like a -4.
Yeah, to bring Haaland in, it requires you to take a -4, right? Can you even do it with a -4?
I can because I think I could switch out Bowen, downgrade him, and then change it to Darwin and have enough for.
Oh no, you got Darwin already. You mean Bowen to a cheaper midfielder and then Jesus to Haaland instead of the Jesus move, instead of bringing Jesus in.
Possibly, I don't actually know if it'll be enough.
Let's see. Let's tinker with your team. How many moves and what would you have the money? to do Haaland in somehow.
Let's just put Haaland in for now to see how much money it requires. So 4.6
you'll have to get to Andreas or someone in. Is Andreas even 4.5 anymore?
I think he is still. Oh, he's 4.6.
Yeah, so you'll have to bring like a cheap non-playing midfielder potentially in, like a cheap midfielder, and then have it play 2 up top, play like a 4-4-2. But that means you'll have to play Nico.
Yeah, I don't really want to do that.
Does that mean you have to play Nico? No, you could play Andreas against Man United.
I think that's something I don't really want to do either, playing Andreas against Man United. Even though he did well.
I'm playing Andreas against Man United. I think he can get something.
Yeah, that's true. He could definitely get something.
Yeah.
I mean, if Mitrovic doesn't play, Andreas will take a penalty.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah, there is that too. But no, I think I'll stick with what I got.
David says Haas almost suffered a cardiac arrest during the deadline stream. They should move the deadline time on safety grounds. Yeah, maybe they need to move it, But yeah, that deadline stream was interesting. Obviously, website crashing, the app pretty much crashing as well, it was chaos, but kind of got there in the end. But yeah, it was a good one. Haaland effective ownership probably 200% next week. We should captain him. Yeah, it does scare me that potentially I'll be going without Haaland, but I'll probably look to get him in somehow. Whether that's taking another -4, even though I don't really want to. Whenever I've took a -4, he hasn't really paid off for me at all this season.
I mean, as long as if we have Salah in our team, surely that kind of mitigates Haaland's effective ownership a bit. If Salah does more well.
Yeah, I mean that's if he. I know he done well today, Salah, but there's been a lot of games where Salah hasn't. And Liverpool haven't done the business, but it is a home fixture for Salah. If you believe in Salah, for sure, you could captain Salah. Southampton at home looks like a good fixture on paper. It's arguably a better fixture than Man City against Brentford, but we know how good Haaland is and how devastating he is. He was only in the pitch for 20 minutes, and I was literally thinking he's going to get a hat trick or something because he scored. It was offside. Then he gets the penalty. Haaland is it's hard to back against him. Even if he comes on for 10, 15 minutes, you're scared that he's going to score. So Brentford, I don't rate Brentford that much to keep Man City at bay. I think Brentford they've been conceding quite a few goals lately, Brentford as well. So I don't know. Yeah. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm sure they'll step up for that Man City game. They'll give them a good game, Brentford. I think just because Man City are a difficult team to beat, and I don't think they'll back down from them. Obviously, they won't be scared to play them. So I think they'll give all they have, Brentford, to stop Man City from doing a lot of damage in the terms of the team. But after seeing Southampton lose 4-1 today against Newcastle, that just gives me a bit of a hope and insight that Salah can sort of replicate what Newcastle have done. I don't see why not. I mean, Southampton looked a bit in shambles in that game. Literally defensively was shocking. How the last goal that Bruno Gomes scored shouldn't have gone in at all. It was such a long way away from the goal, and it wasn't even hard to save that one. It was literally just off the floor, going into the bottom right corner. It should have been saved.
Yeah, so you're quite confident for Salah next week, captain?
Yeah, I think there's redemption for Salah. I mean, it looks like he's back in form. I know that his second goal you could probably say was a bit fortunate, but at the same time, he's a goal scorer at the end of the day. If he's scoring goals, he's getting points, then I'll definitely say he can do it against Southampton. For
sure. Got a comment here from Miles MCF. See you in the next live stream. Big up you too. Yep. See you soon. Hopefully in the next one. The next live stream will be probably the deadline stream, isn't it? The next deadline stream Saturday, because the next 2 videos are going to be pre-recorded, guys, just letting you guys know. So you should be getting a transfer tips video Tuesday lunchtime, and then a team selection video around Thursday lunchtime-ish in UK time. So just letting that you guys know. But yeah, we are going to wrap it up here. Just under an hour stream. We're going to head out. And actually, I'm going to go on a stream in my second channel for those that don't know. I do have a second YouTube channel where I discuss all things Liverpool and football. So if you do want to check me out, I am streaming literally in about 5 minutes over on my channel, Let's Talk LFC. So do join me on Let's Talk LFC. And yeah, if you want to hear more of me and see my thoughts where I go in depth into the Liverpool and Tottenham game. But for now, guys, that is it from us. Should take this off the screen. Just going to say a massive thank you to watching. A massive thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone that has dropped a comment on the stream, and everyone that has liked the video so far. If you haven't, guys, please do drop a like on the video if you can. Subscribe as always, and that is it from the FPL Duo. Anything else you'd like to add before we do wrap it up, Jordan?
Just thank you to everyone in the chat for your contributions and for watching the stream. You've all been amazing as always, and it's always nice to see all your familiar faces. And those who are new to the channel, obviously welcome to the stream, and hope you enjoy the content. And yeah, we obviously will see you very soon, but enjoy the rest of obviously the weekend and enjoy the rest of your week too.
Yep, that's it from the FPL Duo. Take care, guys, and see you soon. Peace out.
Yeah, take care, guys. See you later.